What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we're going to be breaking down BJERGSEN's ZILEAN. He is one of the best ZILEAN players in the world for sure. He is one of the people that is really bringing ZILEAN into the competitive forefront time and time again. It seems like at random times when ZILEAN isn't even being played anywhere in the world at all, BJERGSEN is able to pull out this pocket pick and win a big game for TSM, or at least surprise the enemy team and put up a really good performance. So again, in this video today, we're going to be breaking down how BJERGSEN is able to pull off such a clean ZILEAN, and then hopefully how you guys can do it in your games as well and gain some LP of your own, because that's what we're all about here at the end of the day. With that being said, before we get in this video real quick, if you're not already subscribed, definitely click that subscribe button. Helps me out a ton and helps you guys stay up to date on all my latest content so you don't miss out on any of the latest news, guides, strategies, whatever that we have going on here. Also, check out the link for Robin in the description below if you want to receive a free stock just for signing up. With that being said, here we go, getting into today's video, which is again, play like the pros, BJERGSEN's ZILEAN. We're going to start off talking about the rune page. It's always really important. You want to have the right rune setup going into the game, because you know, if you don't even come into the game with the right setup, it's going to be hard to pull off as good of plays or just, you know, perform to your best of your abilities. So BJERGSEN right now is going Glacial Augment ZILEAN. This is Glacial Augment with Magical Footwear, Biscuit Delivery, Cosmic Insight, Sorcery Secondary with Mana Flow Band, and Transcendence. As his third set of runes, he goes with a CDR, a Adaptive Force, and a Magic Resist, obviously when he's into AP matchups. So Glacial Augment, really good on ZILEAN. Obviously getting your slow autos, you're going to eventually build Hextech GLP as well. That's going to allow you to just land bombs on people. And as you scale into late game, your bombs do so much damage. Being able to set those up to land a bomb on somebody, a double bomb on somebody, landing a big stun and a huge explosion on top of a carry's head can be game changing. You can literally win games in the late game just from landing one good bomb stun. So it's so good. Glacial Augment, really good. A lot of people take Airy, gives you a little additional poke and stuff, but BJERGSEN is going Glacial, and I'm going to trust him there. It seems really good. I get why it works. Really good. It's also a very scaling rune page. He has Magical Footwear. That's going to help him scale. It's going to give him free 300 gold at 12 minutes. That's going to be awesome. Obviously, you're not going to have boots earlier on, so you're not going to be as strong, but you'll get there. With Biscuit Delivery, you have a ton of sustain in lane. You can stay in lane forever, level up, get more farm, get more XP, everything. That's going to be great. And then Cosmic Insight, great for scaling as well. As far as the secondary, Mana Flow Band, you want to have mana to just spam out your Qs. And then Transcendence is going to give you some more CDR. Just a very scaling rune page, because your ZILEAN, you don't really do much early. You're not very useful. You're not going to be like, probably not. I mean, you can, but you're probably not going to be solo killing people. You're not going to be swagging on people, like just mechanically checking people and stuff. That's not really what ZILEAN's all about. If you're that kind of mid laner, ZILEAN might not be the champ for you, but BJERGSEN is that kind of mid laner, and he's still able to pull off some crazy plays with ZILEAN. But you just have to know going into it that you're more looking to scale. You're not going to be going for those solo kills early or anything. That you're probably not even going to be roaming around going bot or anything too much. As far as the skill order, BJERGSEN starts out with a point in Q, then goes W, and then another point in Q at level 3, and then finally puts a point in E at level 4. After that, he's going to max Q, max W, finally max E, and obviously he's putting a point in ult every time that he can. As far as the build, he's going for an early Rod of Ages into Sorks, and then Hextech GLP, and then he actually goes for a Magi's usually, because ZILEAN, obviously with his ultimate, he's able to prevent himself from dying a lot. So Darkseal, Magi's can be very good items on ZILEAN. You can also get a ton of assists just by speeding people up, doing stuff like that. So you're able to get a ton of Darkseal stacks. And then finally he's going with a Rabadon's Death Cap after that. And then later on, if the game gets super late game, you get into like a 5th item, defensive items, something like a Zanya's can be good, or a Banshee's Veil, depending on what's going on. But those items are really good. But the Rod of Ages, the GLP, and the Sorks are pretty key. And then Magi's can really help you snowball out of control. But once you finish 2 to 3 items, your bombs start just doing so much damage to people. It's really crazy. Another great part about ZILEAN is he's so simple. You literally, your Q, you have your W that lets you throw another Q. Your E is a speed up and a slow down. And then you have your ult that brings people back to life if they die. The kit is so simple. It's hard to mess up. It doesn't give you a ton of room to make like insane plays, but it's also very hard to mess up. So if you play 10, 20, 50 games of ZILEAN, you've got him down for the most part. And if you can start to learn his patterns, when he's strong, when he's weak, how much damage you do, when you shouldn't stun people, just learn the different things about him. He is a very easy to pick up, very easy to learn, and pretty easy to start getting really good at. And obviously BJERGSEN is at a whole nother level on ZILEAN. He's put so much time, hours, practice, everything into him. But you guys can get to a really high level of ZILEAN very soon. I think you can really start climbing with ZILEAN in the mid lane, honestly. As far as some crazy things that BJERGSEN does, he's really good with the ZILEAN ult. He's always waiting until the very last minute to ult people, because if you ult too early, then you just won't kill them, or you'll end up wasting your ult or something. But you don't want to obviously let them die either. You're trying to surprise people with your ult. You're trying to get them at the very, very bottom right before they die. And sometimes you got to sweat it out. Sometimes you got to be a little risky. But you have to know how much damage the enemy champions are going to do, everything like that. But, you know, you have to limit test too. Don't be afraid to waste ultimate or anything. You might get pinged a little bit, but you'll learn something for the long run. Also, something really crazy that Bjergsen likes to do sometimes is he throws a bomb on top of himself, and then he'll flash in, throw another bomb on top of himself, because that still gives you the stun, which I don't know if a lot of people know that or not, but I've seen him do that a ton. It is pretty crazy. You can double bomb stun on top of yourself. It stuns AoE, then it explodes on everyone. You can use it to get, so you can kind of like just suicide a ZILEAN. You can double bomb on top of yourself, ult yourself, then even if you die, you still like chunked out their backline, and then if you have flash, you can flash away or whatever you got to do. So that's pretty crazy. I've seen him do that a couple times. Sometimes it really, really surprises people. But people just got to keep in mind, you can double bomb on top of yourself. You can double bomb on top of your teammates. Another big thing is, like in this game, Bjergsen is playing with an Olaf jungle. A huge part of ZILEAN mid to be successful is having a carry-style jungler, or at least an aggressive jungler. You don't really want to play ZILEAN mid with like a Sejuani or a Trundle or something. If you get like an Olaf, a Kindred, a Graves, ZILEAN can enable them so much by giving them speed boost, by being able to protect them with his ult, by being able to put bombs on top of them and allow them to go in and do more damage and stun people and just be really, really effective. Bjergsen is not going to play ZILEAN mid with a supportive style or tank jungler too often, but with a carry jungler, you can really enable them and enable yourself to just win a ton of more games and have a ton of impact. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Our little breakdown of Bjergsen's setup, his playstyle, all that stuff. The good things about ZILEAN, he has amazing wave clear. Once your bombs start getting stronger, he has really easy wave clear. You just QWQ, you can clear out a whole wave. It's really disgusting. You can do a ton of damage. You have CC. You can really be a threat to the backline, and then you can enable your carries so well. But yeah, ZILEAN is not very good early, but once you get a 10-stack row, once you get your GLP, you have good wave clear, you have good damage, you start to be a real threat, but you have to play so safe early. So for some people it might be kind of boring, but if you're one that likes to sit back and scale, ZILEAN can be a great pick for you. But again, pretty much after this video today, guys, this was our guide on how Bjergsen is able to carry so many games as ZILEAN and be so disgusting on this champion. And again, hopefully you guys learned something and you can go out and gain some LP of your own, because that's what I hope for all of you. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about ZILEAN mid? And if you try it out, let me know how that goes. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Check out the link for Robin in the description below. If you want to receive a free stock just for signing up, you don't even have to put any money on. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one, but until then, peace.